Imagine a normal morning in Washington state. People drink coffee. Traffic moves slowly through Seattle. Mount Rainier looks peaceful on the horizon. But then, the ground begins to swell. At first, scientists think it's a minor seismic anomaly. Small tremors, strange gas readings, unusual heat beneath the Cascades. But within days, satellites detect something terrifying. A giant magma chamber forming at extreme speed, far larger than the ones under Yellowstone. A supermassive volcano is rising beneath Washington. The first warning sign appears near Mount Rainier. The ground lifts by several centimeters per hour. Deep, rumbling quakes roll across the region. Steam vents burst through forest soil like geysers. Animals flee west and north in huge waves. People report a strange metallic smell in the air. Sulfur. Within a week, a massive dome bulges upward, creating a new mountain almost overnight. Seattle residents watch as a glowing red fracture stretches across the horizon. The bulge grows by the hour, pushing entire forests upward. Highways crack, power lines snap. The government orders a state of emergency. Then the explosions begin. Phreatic blasts, where I know I see eruptions of steam and ash, shoot hundreds of meters into the air. Ash falls like dirty snow across Tacoma and Olympia. Flights are canceled. Ports close. Millions of people are told to evacuate, but traffic becomes chaos. Every road out of western Washington turns into a massive bottleneck. But the real eruption hasn't even started. Deep underground, the magma chamber, now one of the largest ever recorded, becomes unstable. Pressure skyrockets. The land heaves violently. Dozens of steam vents burst open simultaneously, creating a hellish landscape of fire and ash. Then, one morning, the world changes forever. A blinding flash erupts from the new volcanic dome, followed by a shockwave that shatters windows from Seattle to Portland. The top of the rapidly formed mountain explodes into the sky. A column of ash shoots 30 kilometers high, 3 times taller than Everest. The pyroclastic flows arrive minutes later. A hurricane of superheated ash, rock, and gas races outward at 500 kilometers per hour, obliterating everything within a 50-kilometer radius. Forests vaporize, suburbs vanish. Entire towns are gone in seconds. The landscape becomes a burning gray wasteland. Seattle is not directly hit, but ash begins to fall thick enough to bury cars. Power grids fail. Communication collapses. The air becomes toxic. Millions shelter inside buildings, sealing doors and windows. But the worst part is the ash cloud. It spreads across North America within days. Flights across the continent shut down. Crops in multiple states die from lack of sunlight. Temperatures drop globally by several degrees. A volcanic winter begins. The Pacific economy collapses first. Ports closed, trade halted, infrastructure destroyed. Food shortages spread across the US and Canada. Water systems clog with ash. Hospitals overflow with respiratory cases. Weeks later, the volcano erupts again, even larger than the first time. This time, magma floods the region in massive basalt flows, swallowing roads, farmlands, and entire valleys. Washington's landscape becomes unrecognizable. Scientists estimate the eruption could last months or even years. Global temperatures fall even further. Summer snow appears in parts of the northern hemisphere. Crop failures trigger worldwide economic crises. The ash cloud circles the planet, dimming sunlight and cooling Earth by up to 4 degrees Celsius, enough to disrupt weather patterns everywhere. Humanity survived, but Washington as we know it is gone. The Cascadia region becomes a volcanic plateau, a barren field of black rock and hardened lava. Seattle becomes a ghost city under layers of ash, and the planet enters a decade of climate instability, all because a supermassive volcano chose Washington as its birthplace. So, what if a supermassive volcano formed in Washington? The US wouldn't just face a disaster, the entire world would feel the consequences for generations.